Hey friends, I've been getting asked a lot how I set up emulation on my Retroid Pocket Flip 2. So today I'm finally creating it for you guys. This will be a complete Android emulation setup for beginners. I'll be setting up ESDE as our front end, mapping controls, and making sure everything is clean and organized. I'm not going to go super deep into advanced settings or installing multiple emulators since I already have everything on my device, but I'll have further instructions on my website along with a fully written guide if you want to go deeper. So, without further ado, let's dive in. So, first things first is storage. You can use the internal storage, but I highly recommend using a micro SD. It keeps everything organized and makes file transfers way easier. For me personally, I use a 512 on my micro SD, and for the demonstrations of this video, I also will use a 512 micro SD. And I feel like this is the perfect sweet spot because when you have too much storage on your emulation device, it can be overwhelming when it comes to picking out games. For me, as I stated in a last video of mine, I am very intentional with what I game. So I make sure to just choose the games that I'll play currently, and then I'll add and delete as I go. So let's start with opening the micro SD. Now that I have it open, let's insert it. And there we have it. Our SD card is inserted. So now that the micro SD is installed, I want to show you guys something. So before installing any emulators, there's an app called Obtanium. What this app does, it manages emulators, installers, and updates automatically, so you're not constantly hunting down the APK files. So what you'll do is go to your browser, which is Chrome, and I already have the web page open, but you'll just type in Obtanium within your Google and it will come up. I will also have this link down below. So after you do so, you'll go to releases, and I believe I'd installed I'll have to, whenever I'm creating the links, I'll definitely have it linked below so you're not doing what I'm doing right now and scrambling to know what to download. But once you do that, it'll be installed as it is over here. So these are the current applications I have. So there's DuckStation, RetroArch, and so on. And what I like about this app is that you can actually import URLs if you want to install from that method. Now, one more tidbit. If you want to get more emulations, I advise going here, clicking their emulation. I just did this right now. And you go to releases. It was a couple days ago. And you'll install this JSON file. Again, I've already done this. And what you'll do is you'll go back to import, export, and then you'll import it here. And you go to your JSON file. Just a quick tidbit. While we're still within Obtanium, let's install some emulators. I'll try to get through them as quickly as possible because again, I do have a fully written guide. So I'll just go through the ones that I have. I'm not sure why this is doing that. It's good. Get this one as well. And that'll be all for right now. And you can also get this as well. So once you get all of them, come back. It will continue on from here. Now for my favorite part, ESDE. So this is the front end that ties everything together. So instead of opening up individual apps, this will become your main hub. I've just now gotten to the ESDE front screen, and I'll direct you on how to set it up. So this will be where you'll point your ROMs and as well as your saves as well. So let's go closer and we'll go begin setup. I've already done this, so I've already granted that. So here where you'll select directory, this is where you'll be pointing your ROMs folder. So select directory. I'd advise using your microSD, and from this point, what I usually do, and it's recommended, is to create an ESDE folder. That way all your ROMs are in one specific area. I just literally name it ESDE. Done, and then I'll utilize this folder. Yes. And this is also will be where your ROMs will go. So again, since this is already on here, what I'll do is I'll also create a ROMs folder within your microSD. And this is the folder you use. Allow. So since there's nothing on this SD, I advised following this prompt. So you'll say create them, and you'll say I understand, and now you'll let it do its thing. Once that's done, again, I actually already have ESDE paid version. So what I like about ESD is that once you pay once, you don't have to keep purchasing. You'll always receive updates from their Patreon. And I'll be updating this later. I was clicking. I forgot you do that. So since I don't have any games yet, what I'll do is I'll come back with games and we can finish setting this up. Now that I've added the ROMs into the microSD, we'll be going back into ESDE, and you'll click Start, which is the menu up here, and you'll go now into Input Device Settings to turn off this overlay. So we'll just turn this off, and you just click OK. So now you won't be seeing the overlay again. So what I like to do first is to pick a theme, and you'll go into UI settings and then under themes downloader, this is where I choose various themes. I have to update it, but we'll get to that later. At the moment, I do love using, of course, I love Artbox Next, and I also like, if I can find it, Iconic. This is what I use on my personal one, in terms of my micro SD. So yes, so this is where you go and you change up the theme that you like, to your personal preference. Okay, and then for scraping, this comes when you want like art boxes within your theme. So I'll just usually I'll just select all and I'll let it do its thing. Just go back and then you'll click start. And what I'll do, as I stated, it'll process all the art box that it can. But I'm going to stop this because it will take some times. But this is the initial setup on how to customize and configure ESDE. Now, customize ESD, inputted our ROMs, and picked out our theme, and it's all in the correct folder. We'll now start customizing and configuring each emulation. I won't go in depth with every emulation because, again, I will have everything within my full written guide. So I'll just go through a few with you guys. So to start, we'll be going with this emulator. And as you recall, we did retrieve this emulator from within Obtanium. So once you get here, you'll click these three dots and you'll go to settings. Now, once you're here, you'll go to ROMs and then you're going to go to search directory. Right now, it's actually pointing within the internal space of Retroid Pocket Flip 2, but we want it within our micro SD. So now you'll change it to disk and you'll go to ROMs that we created earlier. And then you're going to go to the file that is needed. So for this is this one. And then you're going to click use this folder and then click allow. Now your ROMs will appear. Now we'll be doing input. So this is within the settings. Go down. This is where you'll be mapping your controls. But it's very self-explanatory. So you click A. And then do left. And down. And then again, it's you just keep mapping your buttons. And that's all. You can also use hotkeys, but for the purposes of this video, I will not. So we will skip that part. But after you're done doing that, that's it. You have officially configured this emulator. Now, every emulator is basically the same concept. Even this one. So what you do is you toggle to get started. You'll accept all the permissions. Click next, And here where it says user folder, what you'll do is configure it to your micro SD. So you go to your disk, and then you go to your ROMs, and now you will utilize the correct folder, which is, sometimes I miss it because there's so many folders. Here. Once you do that, you just click use this folder, allow, okay, and you do the same, use the same folder, allow, and then that's it. Now you'll click the three buttons to configure the input. I believe it's under settings, and you can do gamepad. You know what? I actually like to use the same buttons. So let's do that again. And then you click select and then start. Now D-pad up, down, left, right, and then click the left trigger, right trigger, ZL, and then that's it. You're done mapping. Now, if you wanted to implement hotkeys, you can. It's all the way at the bottom. But like I stated, I will not be doing this for this video. As for graphics, I usually just use Vulkan, and let me see. I'm actually using my Thor as a reference, and that's it. So I'll do one more. Let's do this one. And what you'll do is, you already have this option, so you do okay, and you'll go to your area that I stated, ROMs, and you'll click the file. This one, and then you press OK, and now you'll just load and it will play. Now to remove this emulator, I'm sorry, not the emulator, the overlay. Here it is. So in order to remove overlay, you will go here, on screen touch controls, and turn this off. So now you won't see it anymore. And there you go. No more overlay. And that's it. A complete Android emulation setup on the Retroid Pocket Flip 2. This is exactly how I set mine up on my micro SD, and I made this video again because I was being asked consecutively about this. Now, like I stated before, if you want deeper settings or per emulation guides, they will all be on my website, which I'll definitely have linked below. So this was a very quick one. But if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy gaming.